how we can get more Brits at South by next year.
That is correct.
Can you do?
Should I have both? Is that cool? Yeah, I'll have both. Oh man, I got so many things. Okay. Hello, everyone. I've got 5 minutes to get all of you at South by Southwest. I've got 2 balls left. Who wants them? You'll need them. Thank you. That's proper commitment. One more. Thanks, Nads. Okay. So here we go. Just a little introduction. I'll try to calm down for a quick second. I'm on the advisory board of South by Southwest. Everyone knows what South by Southwest is? No? Okay. It is where Twitter basically became a popular thing. Famously or infamously, Mark Zuckerberg had the worst interview of his life in 2008. Looked like an absolute lad, and it was very embarrassing. But nevertheless, that was Facebook. This was Twitter. Ev Williams also embarrassed himself at South by. That's the bad side. The good side is South by has 800 opportunities for people like you guys to speak. And Hugh, the director of South by, wants me to get all of you to properly commit to doing something really interesting. We've had some really interesting talks here today. I want to show you how, and I'm doing a little workshop to show you how later. But Twitter, as I said, Foursquare launched at South by. Okay, that's enough of that. Now here's my story. Not a lot of you know that is me. Well, that is who I wanted to be. So who recognizes that man in the tight July the 4th outfit? Thank you for congratulating me on July the 4th. Does anyone recognize this guy? Speak up. No. Okay, Justin Hawkins, The Darkness. Does anybody remember The Darkness? Okay, The Darkness launched at South by in 2003. I had never heard of South by until 2003 when Justin introduced me to it. Justin was a friend of a friend. He went and traveled America, and basically I found out about South by and then found out that geeks were allowed to go to South by. It's not just a music thing. So what I did was I said, who do I know? That's been 2 minutes. Oh, wow. Oh, man. God, wow, Nads is being really strict today. So who do I know? I know Justin Hawkins. So we said, why don't we put together a panel? Why don't we crowdsource a power ballad? I did all kinds of research, finding out from people like you what was good. I did infographics that were really poor. Then South by said, we love you. Or no. They said, we love Justin, and we love you for coming up with the idea. Come and take our stage. And it was all working fine. Got the talk ready. Justin canceled on me because he was writing songs in Oklahoma with Meatloaf. This is the result. He put out an album, 3 stars in The Guardian. Crucially, this album desperately needed a ballad. That was me. I could have been that guy, but failed. So the point was, I went to an expert. I was interested in power ballads, still am. We got something really interesting. We submitted it, and they loved it. But we did a special project. It wasn't just, let's talk about our CVs. So skipping a lot of this to get to the good stuff for lack of time. In the little workshop that I'm doing, which I want you guys to be involved in, we look at all the topics for the last few years. We look at the data. I've got a guy doing all the data. I've got my own A to Z of all the top trends. I'm not going to share with you those because those are for the workshop. Have to pay for those. That is the most annoying buzzwords of South by. Little note. Newsjacking, brand jacking, crisis jacking. That's my book. Thank you. I'm the most annoying person of 2015. Thanks. These are some of the trends. This is bingo. It's a massive time for culture. Simpsons showed up. Game of Thrones were there. Connected Meat was the big story. And now I want you to know that these were the top trends. Artificial intelligence, how to rob a bank. There was a South by talk on how to rob a bank using technology. It was absolutely fascinating. The dark web, I didn't even know about this evil side of the web. Really interesting. If any of you have any passion areas like that, you'll definitely get a slot. And apps that matter. This treats tinnitus, which is great. Other little sort of technical innovations. These guys won a startup award. Dogs, if you're really into dogs and data, there's a slot for you because that was a massive underused subject at South by. Just was not enough about dogs and data. There was cats, grumpy cats always there. And then finally, my workshops are about being ballsy. That's what ballsy means. Balanced, actionable, likable, long-term, surprising, and you-centric, meaning all about the customer. And finally, this is the workshop. I've got a chance to nominate probably 5 or 10 people to Hugh that can be sort of on my little team that will go for free as long as they're willing to be champions at their agency. So if you're interested in going to South by, it will blow your mind. It has not jumped the shark. It's the most interesting place to be. The networking is incredible. The barbecue is incredible. And come and talk to me. I'm doing these workshops at agencies and companies. 5 of you I know will want this workshop. And thank you, Nads, for letting me go 1 minute over. And now I want all of you to throw balls at the same time for the camera. We use lots of balls because I've gone over my time. I want you to throw, actually, Felix, will you come up here for a second? So Felix is a poster child for what I wish I was. So Felix is come stand up. So Felix basically came up with this idea. I think he might have invented the term neuroplasticity. He and Dan and Aoife, so they basically came up with this amazing idea. It was an incredible talk. It was most people's highlight of South by, and they've traveled the world. They've gone to they've done 14 talks in 8 countries. It all started with them looking at the data, seeing what would be interesting, and coming up with a great idea and doing their own experiment. I am jealous of this man, so for the first time ever, I'm not going to take the shit. I'm going to get off stage, and we're going to throw balls at him, because we want to be like him. On your mark, get set. Oh yeah, oh thanks. I get my, here we go, for the camera, throw balls at Felix. We're jealous of you, Felix. We're going to do exactly what you did. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, you guys are terrible. Thanks, Nads.
So you heard it here, South by is still the best place to get your innovation